evening. Welcome, citizens of Greater Sudbury. This evening we are pleased to present to you candidates for councillors for Ward 12. My name is Mary Trebb, and along with the board members of GSTA, Greater Sudbury Taxpayers Association, we have worked diligently to organize this opportunity for you, the taxpayer, to have a chance to meet and learn about the people who want to represent you for the next 4 years. We feel that an informed voter is the best way to ensure that our fair city of Greater Sudbury can move forward in a fiscally prudent, accountable, transparent, and positive manner. Please listen carefully to the debate and feel free to submit your questions to myself or my cohort, and we will bring them to this evening's moderator, who will then call them together and ask the candidates after the set questions that we have them prepare for you this evening. We will try and ask as many questions as possible, but time will be limiting the exact number. Please enjoy this evening. I would like to just do a little housekeeping before we start. Would everyone who has a cell phone, please remember to turn it off. The washrooms, if anyone needs one, just out the door and to your right. That's our exit as well. And please be careful of the cameras if you are moving around, not to bump into them or get in front of them, or if you might be part of the YouTube presentation that we are doing. So on that note, I'm going to turn the mic over to this evening's moderator, Mr. Jerry LaBelle. Jerry has done, tonight is moderating number 8, and tomorrow night will be number 9 for him. He's done an excellent job, and we really appreciate his time, effort, and expertise. So Jerry, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Once again, it's a pleasure to be here. These have been a lot of fun. I've done 3 of the Mayoral candidates debates, and this is number 5 here for the council, so it's kind of interesting. I've been to another one too, so in all I'll have gone to at least 9 events this time around. One of the things that I want to do before we start is just put some ground rules down. So thank you about the cell phone, because the first night I told people to turn their cell phones off, and the only one that went off was mine. Again. And the other thing too is I just want to remind people that the 4 people sitting up front here are volunteers. They volunteered their time, they volunteered their money, they get other volunteers to work for them to try to represent you in the community. So respect is owed to these people. None of these people are being paid to be here. This is because they want to serve you and serve their city. So respect, please. I will not allow any heckling of any kind. I usually allow heckling of the incumbent, by the way, but I'm changing the rules this evening.
No problem.
No problem, eh? The other part, the rules for this evening, the comments, they'll be asked. There was 5 questions sent out ahead of time that they had a chance to look at, and that they will answer that. They'll start off with 2 minutes at the beginning to let us know who they are and what they do and what their platform is. Then we'll go through the 5 questions, although the 5th one hasn't changed. I haven't told them what the changes are, though. And then we will take questions from the floor. My job is to get you out of here no later than 9 o'clock, but at the same time making sure that we get as much information from these people as possible. So please write your questions down, wave your hand, somebody will come and pick up the questions, and we will get them to answer as many as we can. Once again, answers of any kind, I will not allow any comments of a personal nature about another candidate. So you need to know that I will cut you off and I won't let you speak for the rest of the evening. The last time we did this, the last election, one person said something personal about another candidate. He was very upset that it had no place there. He couldn't speak for the rest of the 2 hours. He just sat there like a bump on the log. That's his problem, not ours. So the rules are quite simple. So we want to talk about policy. We want to talk about where you want to bring this city, what your values are. I don't want to hear about the other candidates. Depending on the questions too, I may allow you to comment on the other person's answer when we get into questions from the floor. Okay. It's not a debate, but you'll be able to have a rebuttal of some kind and add to it. Fair enough? Okay. So, having said that, we're going to start, and number 1 is Robert McCarthy. Robert, welcome. And Robert, your 2 minutes opening remarks. I'll bring the microphone to you.
30 seconds. 2 minutes. Yeah, 30 seconds.
What, 30 seconds, the yellow flags?
Thank you, Jerry. First of all, I'd like to thank the Greater Sudbury Taxpayers Association for hosting this debate tonight, and look at the crowd, unbelievable crowd, fantastic. Thank you all for coming out and taking an interest in this debate and the election. It's so important that you guys are out here and cast a ballot for all of us on the 27th of October. This is our city, it's our future. We all have an opportunity and a right to cast decide the vote on how we want the city to be run for the next 4 years. I would also like to thank once again Sean, Jocelyn, and Ty for once again putting their names forward. It's not easy, as I have learned since April, to be a candidate. So I have a newfound respect for all candidates at all levels of government who put their names forward. My plan for this election mainly reflects helping out those in poverty and situations and homeless, for helping their lives easier so that they're not left behind. And I also am running on an accountability platform and transparency, and I hope to get my platform out throughout this debate. Thank you very much.
Mr. Sean McGett, 2 minutes. Absolutely.
Just to let you know, I am not the greatest at standing in front. I said this one yesterday as well at the other debate. I was always told to picture people in their underwear when I'm doing standing up in front. Well, I actually met, as I've been walking around door to door, I actually met a gentleman come to the door. He was in his underwear, and I swear to God, that was even harder to talk to that gentleman. So I promise you, I'm not picturing anyone else in their underwear tonight. My name is Sean McGett. I hope to be your new voice for Ward 12. Regardless if I'm paid $1 or $10,000 in taxes, or excuse me, regardless if you're paying $1 or $10,000 in taxes, you'll be treated equally and fairly by me. Your tax dollars are what pay my wages, and you should not. That's why I should not try to give you, or excuse me, that's why I should be trying to give you the best and equal service that I can. I will bring back the ombudsman, such as Jocelyn here has voted twice against to get rid of. I will also either get rid of the slush funds or modify them in such a way that it makes it more accountable for all councillors. Jocelyn has also set up in 2010 to post the expenses, and yes, there's a report for a second quarter HIC, which the money has been spent towards every committee that is associated with her. And it seems that those groups to keep happy for the HIC fund seems to be spent more for paying off for votes than it is for anything else. That's 1 minute already? 15 seconds, all right. Well, as I said, I've spoken to numerous people in the council or in the ward, and I will show that I'm your best candidate for this position. And that's it, actually. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. Good evening, bonsoir. And welcome to Ward 4. This is not Ward 12, this is Ward 4. It's a wonderful ward, but it is not Ward 12. Born, raised, educated in the flour mill area, actually Primoville for those who know the history. Laurentian University graduate, Bachelor of Education, trilingual. I'm retired, married, mother to homeowner, pet owner, taxpayer, and resident of Ward 12. I have extensive not-for-profit experience, especially fundraising and charity for 10 years. Né, élevé, éduqué à Sudbury, la fleur, Primoville pour ceux qui sont familiers avec l'histoire, diplômé de la Laurentienne, bac en éducation, trilingue, marié, mère de 2 enfants, maintenant adulte, retraité, propriétaire et résident du quartier 12. Depuis 2006, since 2006, I've been a councillor in Ward 12, deputy mayor since 2010. I have founded 3 camps in the ward to meet the varied demographics, the Uptown Flour Mill and the New Sudbury. I've worked with both BIAs, the Centennial Clock installation in 2011, the Kathleen and Notre Dame being the latest project. Kudos to Flour Mill BIA. I'm a community builder and an advocate for the vulnerable in the ward. I support accessibility for our residents, both in housing and infrastructure, accessible sidewalks, housing, to name a few. I've been a member of the Accessibility Advisory Panel for the past 6 years. I've worked closely with volunteers across the ward for park development, equipment upgrades. All 7 parks have been upgraded, most notably Ridgecrest. I believe that Sudbury can become a research hub for northeastern Ontario, and so I have and will continue to support medical research initiatives. This should be our future. Good jobs to retain our well-educated kids. I've enjoyed my time as your councillor and wish to go back and finish the job. Je me présente encore une fois afin de terminer le travail.
Thank you very much, Mr. Taylor.
Good evening, bonsoir, mesdames and messieurs. Ani, thank you. My name is Ty Butt, and I teach at Camden College. I'm the CEO of a software company, Kingsoft Canada. And then I also work as a technology consultant for a few other companies. As far as my community involvement is concerned, I've been on numerous committees and non-profit boards, including the Diversity Advisory Panel of City of Sudbury, Local Immigration Partnership, City of Sudbury, the Race Relations Committee of Greater Sudbury Police, and Sudbury Multicultural and Folk Art Association. While raising 4 children with my wife, I've been supporting and fundraising for numerous non-profit charities, including MS Society, Cancer Society, Diabetic Society. All of my 4 sons, they have attended Laurentian University. 2 have graduated, 2 are still attending. And I have a degree in mathematics, computer science. I'm a Cisco and Microsoft certified system engineer, database administrator. I support and manage hundreds of companies and users, and write technology solutions and blogs on many websites. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now we move to the advanced debate questions. And what we'll do is we'll start with Robert. You'll have the first question. The second question will start with Sean, and so on and so forth. So we'll move things up. Robert, the first question is, what would you do to attract business and development to the city of Greater Sudbury? Once again, what would you do to attract business and development to the city of Greater Sudbury?
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you again for the mic. Wow, that's a long walk.
2 minutes, by the way.
2 minutes? Thank you. All right, so obviously to make any economy thrive and prosper, business is key. We need profitable business in order to help everybody else in the economy, because we need products to from anything to food to whatever it is you consume. A big priority for me is local food, homegrown, organic, local produce, and what have you. So we need more. We need more of that too for a healthier a community, because without that, without the healthy community, there's nothing else. It's a healthy community is top number one, so we need local food and produce and whatnot. So I would help build a tax base around there. And yes, that's my main priority as far as business. We need more local food and local businesses as opposed to the national, help out the local economy. Thank you. Thank you.
What I would do to attract business and development in the greater Sudbury, I just have a couple little ideas right now. One would be to bring in privately run multi-pad sports complex into Ward 12. As I've spoken to various companies in the outlying areas such as Ottawa and Barrie, what they do with these companies, they have tournaments, whether it's figure skating, hockey, men's, women's hockey, lacrosse, indoor soccer. They have various tournaments going on those weekends. So what they're doing, they're bringing money into the city as they have these tournaments, and a lot of these teams are, say, 64 or 48 teams worth of that tournament. So it's creating a little more money into the economy. As well, I would like to see, for new businesses and new industries, a 5 or 10 year, say, tax-free for them. And what we'll do is actually get a 25-year guarantee with those businesses. So they're going to come in, we'll say, yeah, fine, you can bring your industry in Sudbury. Here it is, tax-free for you for 10 years, but you have to stay for 25. And if you don't stay for 25, then you're paying those years that you haven't paid in taxes. So we get that money back. So it's a kind of a win-win situation for us. There won't be additional money lost that way. Those are just some of the ideas.